Here we go. Talking Heads Podcast, THP. I want to clarify it now. From now on, I'm going to just call it THP.
THP.
THP. John Matt Holland today.
Hello.
The face of the Columbia art scene.
No. No.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
What's up, dude? It's been a long time coming.
Welcome back to my basement.
Oh, it's been so long.
But we're not talking about the shit you've done in the basement today. We're talking about your art, your illustration. You do a lot of things. You're a musician. You draw.
Yeah.
What else you do?
Dabble in a little photography,
Little photography.
video shit. Haven't done that in a while. but
Video.
Yeah.
So I think for the sake of not going for hours,
Yeah.
we should maybe focus on
Illustration.
your
right?
drawing,
Yeah.
which I'm obviously a big fan of. I have pieces of you hanging up on the wall.
Thanks, dude.
You can see it here. And if you want to break the fourth wall for a minute,
Look
you can
around.
look behind us.
Yeah.
Look behind us.
You might see something.
Whoa.
Whoa, you recognize that?
Okay. So
Ooh.
yeah. You have a very specific style. Very
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, what inspires you to draw? Like what? Because you do some crazy shit with characters. What's
Yeah.
going on? What are you thinking of? Like, what's up with these characters?
So I was thinking back on my childhood and thinking about what kind of informed my drawing. I mean, I always drew as a kid. It was just like entertainment. My parents owned a Dairy Queen, and a lot of the times I would have to just sit there in the kitchen while they were working. So I'd be there for hours on end if I wasn't at school or didn't have a babysitter. So I would just be drawing. It was just my entertainment. And I guess when I was a kid, I started getting into like Goosebumps, you know, like the covers of Goosebumps.
Classic.
Yeah, that shit really spoke to me, and I would copy the covers. And then, like you were saying, I got into Digimon, and I got into like the trading cards, and the illustrations on the trading cards had all of this. They were really detailed. They had like gnarly looking veins and hatching for shading, like little line shading, and that stuff really kind of stuck with me, and I still use that shit in my drawings today. I really like drawing veins for some reason and trying to shade like that. I also got into, when I got a bit older, I would go to the video store all the time and check out all like the horror movie covers like on the VHS tapes. That shit really spoke to me. And later on, I stumbled upon The Simpsons.
Okay.
And like for some reason, I was so young, and for some reason I had it in my head that it was like, that was like a really bad cartoon, that I shouldn't watch that cartoon. I don't know
you
why.
were allowed to.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I don't know why I thought that. I thought it was like South Park level bad or something.
Okay. Yeah, I never really got into Simpsons.
I don't know. Something about the style just drew me in, so I rented them. The tapes that I would rent, they had 2 episodes on them, and then they had, in between the 2 episodes, they had like these minute-long shorts that the Simpsons originally were. It originally was like this minute-long short, really like all hand-drawn, super crude looking.
What?
Yeah. Before it was like a 30-minute show, there were just these minute-long segments on some show. I'm not sure what the show it was on, but like I said, they were a minute long, super crudely drawn, and those like spoke to me more than the actual like the regular episodes. For some reason, I really liked how it was like shitty, and I guess that's something that has always stuck out to me in cartoons that I liked growing up. Like was the earlier episodes before they got all polished and clean, like the early episodes of Rocko's Modern Life, the early episodes of Rugrats. They're really, especially Rugrats, it was the first season of that was all hand drawn.
Yeah.
Super kind of crude, and
yeah, it's cool going back to cartoons like that.
Yeah.
That looked way different when they started, but still look really great.
Yeah. Growing up, that stuff always really stuck out to me, and I guess just like Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, all that shit, all those early cartoons.
Yeah, it's funny that you said you like would copy Goosebumps covers, because I can totally see it.
Yeah, and like, so that's what like the Goosebump font, I think definitely is what
Oh my god, and like the scenes too, like how they like these little scenes
Yeah.
It's all that makes so much sense.
Yeah. It's kind of weird thinking about like what the fuck.
Because it just
informed my
seems so
drawing
random,
style.
like what
Yeah.
you choose.
Yeah.
To do, but now that I can definitely see that influence. Now.
Yeah,
I was gonna say too, like I learned to draw by copying Dragon Ball Z cards.
Oh,
That's how
okay.
I would copy.
So
it.
similar. So
Yeah.
I did Digimon cards, you did Dragon Ball Z. I mean, I was definitely super into Dragon Ball Z too, and I tried to like copy that style. But like the Goosebump font, like the melting slime.
The slime, yeah.
That's still like that really inspired me for some reason. Just that texture. So just like that melting texture. I used to love because when I would draw little comic strips when I was a kid, just fill up notebooks of comic strips that I would make and various characters, mostly ripped off of like The Simpsons. So once I got into to backtrack a little bit, once I got into The Simpsons, I found that the creator before he made The Simpsons, he did this comic strip called Life in Hell.
Okay.
And it's like this rabbit that is just struggling through adult life and just kind of like a commentary on adult life, but it's just finding the humor just finding the humor in like shitty mundane life,
Yeah.
And as a kid when I was reading that stuff, I didn't know what any of it meant, but the drawing style was just super cool because there's like checkered floors, the Simpsons used the same shit, just the way they like just the environment I just really liked, and I would just like kind of try to copy it. And I had my own comic strip, and I ripped it off and had a rabbit that I called Babbitt. And just made all these like silly comic strips about him.
Nice.
And later on, I made some other stuff that was really just copied from The Simpsons. But I was super into when I would draw so I was super into making like Halloween specials of my comic strips.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I would draw like the first panel would have the title of the comic or whatever, and I always loved doing the Halloween ones because I could use like slime or blood font. So it was just like the words were like melting.
Yeah.
So that texture, I don't know. I always liked drawing it, and I still draw it so much, but. So that's kind of where that came from, I think. All from the Goosebumps covers.
So insightful. It makes so much sense.
Yeah. I'm trying to connect some dots here, but
we know where the kind of inspiration comes from.
Yeah, like Simpsons and shit.
What's
like
with
that.
all the threes? You do.
Yeah, you said you're gonna ask this question.
Triangles.
I was trying to think of what's something insightful or something to say about it, but I really don't know where it comes from. I kind of just when I'm drawing, it's just kind of like I try to think of like a basic feeling or basic concept or like an object or something, and then it just kind of
three of them looks good,
and it just kind of goes from there. So it's just kind of like a meditative process. I'm just kind of doing it,
not thinking about it,
not trying to think too much.
So
about
subconsciously you hide groups of threes in your drawings. Just to explain what I'm talking about, I find groups of threes in your drawings all the time.
Yeah.
Or like triangular compositions. Like there'll be 3 candles or 3 beer cans grouped together.
Yeah.
3 vines. Shit like that every time.
Yeah.
And it's not like you hiding something in it.
It's not intentional, that's for sure. I don't know where the hell it comes from. I think it just looks nice to me. Just like when there's like 3 things close together.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like it's enough. You just kind of draw until the page is filled up, or like feels like there's enough.
You got everyone fooled, but me.
Well, like I don't know. I try to approach my drawings now. I used to just when I first figured out my style.
How long did it take you to develop this style, would you say?
I don't know. When I moved to Columbia, I wasn't making art in my early when I was like 18. I moved to Columbia when I was 18 and trying to figure out what the fuck I wanted to do in school, and I was playing in a band at the time. I think I was starting to play music, and I was really wanting to do like more visual arts because like I said, I just always used to draw when I was a kid, but kind of fell off with it when I got into high school and started drinking and doing stupid shit. But I really like felt some sort of need to start doing something creative again. So I was like, well, shit, I always used to draw when I was a kid. I kind of want to get back into that. And eventually I did. And I'm not sure how I figured out my style, but it just kind of came naturally from just messing around in notebooks. And I think like the big thing that helped me get there was just buying Micron pens. I don't know, just messing around with the ink and messing around with the pens. It just felt so nice. It was so satisfying because before I was just kind of like fucking around with pencils and stuff. But
drawn to the pen, huh?
But the pen, yeah, it was a game changer.
So yeah, what's your process kind of like when you're making an illustration?
Oh yeah. At first it was just I just dive right in with the pens and just start drawing and then just kind of like draw.
No construction lines.
No,
you don't go pen. You go straight to pen, huh?
Well, yeah, I used to just like dive right in and just kind of like. It initially started off with just like kind of making shapes or some sort of form that would inspire whatever creature or character and just build off that. But recently I've been kind of trying to like put more thought into my drawings and start out with pencil and put a little more effort into it and try to see what happens, polish it up or something. But yeah, and then I'll draw that and scan it and color it in Photoshop, and I've been trying to do more paintings. For sure.
Are you like more into acrylics than ink right now, would you say?
Yeah. I mean, I think that I'm just more interested in trying to bring the illustrations into real life instead of digital, Yeah, I want to do more painting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I moved to Columbia, started playing music, started getting into the music scene and seeing show flyers and all that stuff to promote different bands, and that shit really inspired me, just like seeing punk flyers hanging around for the punk shows. And I was like, fuck, I want to do that. I want to make flyers. So eventually I started making flyers for a local house show venue called Gay House, I think was the first place I started making flyers for, and then another punk space called PDM, and then eventually like Cafe Berlin and stuff. And I think that's really what helped me hone, just making show flyers is what helped me hone in my style, I guess. And at first my drawings were just kind of like grotesque and crude and grotesque and kind of Simpsons-esque and early Nickelodeon-esque, I think. And now it's sort of evolving into, I don't know, I'm trying to put some more thought into the drawings and not just make them like grotesque and crude, but make them more mysterious and maybe spiritual and dreamlike. Okay. I don't know. I've been trying to put more sort of evoke some sort of feeling other than just kind of grotesque and cartoony.
Yeah.
Kind of take it to something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I guess just being out of school and not making art in that kind of realm is kind of just not having the access to like a dark room or access to materials like I did when I was in college, and that kind of need to make art on that level, on with a purpose or with some sort of meaning. I guess I just feel the need to do that, and I don't have the space for that, so it's kind of seeping into my illustrations. Because when I was in school, my illustrations were like I was doing the fine art stuff for school and really enjoying it and finding my voice in that, and then I would just kind of do illustrations on the side to decompress and not put any thought into it. It was something that came pretty naturally, and it was just something to do for fun that I didn't have to like care so much about or put too much thought into. But now I'm kind of trying to put thought into it and maybe make some sort of meaning.
You working on anything new lately?
Well, just try to make paintings. I think I want to take more time with my illustrations and maybe just start making them into paintings only. Or, that's not obvious. I'm not just paintings, but just maybe focusing more on painting and making them less digital stuff, I think, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, you want to explain how you do the giant paintings? That's a pretty cool process, isn't it? Don't you project it?
Yeah. So so that's what I think I'm going to start doing is I'm going to, stick to the hand drawing, and then I'll scan the image and color it on Photoshop, and then I think I'm going to start when I transfer them, I'd use a projector and I project the image, onto canvas and then paint it from there, pretty much kind of trace it, you know? So I think that's going to be my process now. I think I'm going to focus on that, just trying to make the illustration first and then turn it into a painting.
Dope.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm just trying to get out of this creative block I'm in.
Uh-oh. Tell me about this. What's going on with the creative block?
I don't know. I think it's just once you get out of school and you just have to like work and have a normal life. It kind of, or for me, it's been kind of.
How are you being blocked? What's the block? What's blocking you?
Oh, I don't know. Just working all the time. You get off work and you're tired and
you just feel like you're not making anything. Is that what the block is?
Well, yeah.
Or are you not getting any ideas? Like what?
Well, no, I'm getting ideas still, but it just doesn't seem like it just doesn't seem like the creative juices are flowing like they were when I was in school, because you're surrounded by people who are making all the time and you kind of feel motivated to just like make a bunch of shit because you're in that setting where everyone's making stuff and it's inspiring, you know.
And you don't got the same time, dude.
And I don't have the same time. That's exactly what it is. It's like you're working all the time, you get off, you're like tired, like, oh fuck. Yeah. You know, you just want to relax.
I go to bed at 9 o'clock now, man.
So
9 o'clock.
Yeah, you understand.
Yeah, I definitely feel you there on that one. I feel like there's so much shit I want to do.
Yes.
That I don't have time to do.
Yes, exactly.
And it's like hard to pick something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely where I'm at. It's just trying to get the gears turning and stay motivated and because I feel like that's the downfall of life after school, after college or I guess art school is like people just fall off. They stop making shit. They just get hung up in life and the creative drive is lost. But another thing that helps is I'm playing music now. It's kind of like a different outlet, different creative outlet, and it's always been a big part of my life. So that's kind of taken the focus of my creative energy right now. And I guess visual stuff has been taking more of a back seat. But
so you're talking about like Cowgirl Jordy?
Yeah, I play in a band called Cowgirl Jordy. Played in a band called Cecil.
Yeah. Isn't there a Cecil album coming?
There's a Cecil album coming that's been in the works for way too long. We should just get it done.
I think Anthony talked about it.
That was the first talk
he was in here.
Like what? Was that a year ago?
It was last summer.
Yeah, it was last August, I think, or no, last July. Because Cecil's first show was in July.
That was before your first show.
Yeah, because I remember.
That's hilarious. That was an awesome show, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
What? Now you're hearing about it. Well, a year later, Talking Heads listeners.
Right.
If you guys were wondering.
And the album still hasn't come out.
If you were wondering how the show was, it was good.
Yeah. We're working on recording for both bands. Hopefully we'll have some shit out for both bands this summer. I think Cecil is probably not going to do too much more, but we're going to at least put out the songs that we've written.
Nice.
You know? So I'm not sure if we're gonna play any more shows or what we're gonna do, but
because Matt Hall moving to Florida.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know yet, but
you want me to cut that out?
No. I mean, I want people to know I'm moving to Florida.
Heads up, everyone! This is the announcement video.
Yeah, if you don't know, now you know. I'm moving to Florida in August.
Peace out.
Yeah, so please hang out with me this summer. Because I'm going to miss everyone.
If you're looking for a good time this summer,
hang out with me.
His phone number is 555.
5555. Yeah, and I'm excited to move. I feel like that's going to revive the creative juices too, just being in a new environment. And I want to see what that does.
That'll be cool.
How it changes my work, especially just being like near the beach. And I just wonder what's going to happen. It'll be cool. Yeah.
That will be interesting to see. If someone were to want to see that transformation and growth, where would they go to see your work?
Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram. Jonathan_Matthew_Hall.
Nice. I'll put it on the screen right now.
And
I
have a website. JonathanMatthewHall.com.
You have a website?
Yeah.
I didn't know you had a website.
How have you not seen my website?
I've never seen your website.
No.
Dude, I've never seen it.
What? Yeah, it's got all my photography stuff. And It's got all my photography stuff. It's got my video stuff. It's got my illustrations. Has a link to my Depop store where you can buy my prints or whatever.
Depop. Yeah, you crush Depop.
I don't know. I guess so.
Didn't you talk to the owners or someone on the ownership team?
Yeah, when I first started posting my work on there, it kind of took off for a minute. And because people just use Depop to sell clothes, it's just primarily what it's used for. But I guess the app was wanting to take it in a direction to sell more art, and they were just, I guess, found my stuff on there, and they were talking to other artists about how to make it more friendly for that kind of, for selling art. So I talked to I had like a FaceTime with the owners based in the UK, but that really didn't lead to anything. It kind of just fizzled out.
Still
but it
cool,
was a cool moment for sure.
Well, I think that's a good place to wrap up, man. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, dude. It's been a long time coming. We've
Finally
been talking about
got
this
you
for a
in
while.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this summer I'm just going to spend hanging out with friends.
Yeah, dude.
I have lots of ideas for making art for my friends before I leave.
Oh, no.
And that's been kind of helping my creative juices. Just making shit for people. Feels good.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Go, if you're watching this, go check out Matt's shit. He's a really talented artist.
Thank you.
I'm pumped to see what you come up with.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm going to spend the summer making art and hanging out with friends. Hit me up. Let's
check his shit out.
Or something.
Let's go shred it, bruh. All right. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
That was Talking Heads. Peace out.
Bye.